Good afternoon. Welcome to my Capstone video. This is a challenge because I'm trying to record two computers because Kaltura is not working for one, and I also have a YouTube account that I'm gonna try to upload this video. So bear with me, and thank you for your understanding and patience. Uh, my name is Daniel Chancellor, and my capstone reflection video and also solution to the problem I chose for the capstone project, which is childhood obesity. Uh, I chose this topic because I did some research and I have some friends who have uh, the same issue going on in their household. So it was bringing light to them and also uh, putting in some positive uh, feedback that they can use to impact their children's lives, and also was a life changing honor for me to know that I can do something in relation to my kids uh, as we make food choices for them to impact their lifelong desire to be healthy in regards to uh, making food choices. This is a capstone project reflection for solution to obesity and also reflection to my nursing career and my whole RN to BSN with Capella University. This is Nursing FPX 4900 by Dr. Laura. Today's January 31st, 2022. Without further ado, we're going to dig into the topic. So, an overview of health. I'll be using some sources, some from the CDC and also from U.S. Department of Agriculture. I have an article which I was able to print out, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services published a dietary guideline. Also, the CDC, the dietary guideline jointly reviewed every 5 years. It's evidence-based research, advice concerning food intake, physical activity for healthy Americans over 2 years old, um, an overall of nutrition is vital to maintain optimal health by uh, having healthy food choices and controlling the weight uh, to our children and also ourselves, and reducing risk factors for disease in the future. As nurses, we encourage to have favorable nutrition choices for our patients and also serve as a resource for clients regarding guidelines for healthy eating. Uh, as nurses, we have information and we're supposed to be accurate on this. That's why it's imperative to use evidence based research. These guidelines were established for healthy eating for clients and also Americans. For to be specific, they came up with My Plate, which is a strict uh, adherence to having certain portions of food, uh, having grains, having fruits and vegetables, uh, also limiting fats and sugars and salts, and using oils and all that type of stuff sparingly. For a healthy energy balance, the intake expenditures, selecting a wide range of foods and limiting saturated and translated fats and sugars. Also, establishing exercise routine promoting cardiovascular and muscle strength and endurance, and also psychological well-being. Uh, Also, increasing consumption of fiber and rich fruits and vegetables for minimum of 5 to 6 servings per day. Uh, to also have an intake of variety of fruits and colors, which will bring about uh, vitamins naturally instead of taking supplements. Also, limiting sugars. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Uh, we have something called soda or pop. It depends on what part of the country you're in. Uh, this is heavily packed with a lot of sugar in it. Uh, can of soda can have up to 16 to 20 teaspoons of sugar, and that's a lot for 5 or 6 or 10 or 18-year-old. That's too many spoons of sugar. And also limiting to 23 calories of 2,300 milligrams of salt per day, which is about 1 teaspoon, limiting to most canned processed foods without adding salt, and also allowing food safety and preparing, cooking, storing, avoiding consumption of raw eggs and raw unpasteurized milks and juices. That being said, I wanted to dig in a little bit on some of the issues we're facing in America, which is childhood obesity. It's a major issue and sensitive as well because some parents, as I said, have kids who are a little bit heavier. So those kids are going to face some clashing behaviors from their friends and peers, name calling and bullying and all that stuff. Uh, as we attack this sensitive topic, I think that it's fair to say that we have to hold our parents accountable for they're the ones bringing in the food in the house. So I started with that. I brought that up to light and spoke with my friend, just honest with them, saying that you are the person that brings food in the house, so you have to control what type of food and will be brought in the house, and also limiting TV and promoting health, exercises. So leading as example, the children are going to follow. You have to find something that you can do physically to get out of the house and get moving. Not only good for you, but also for your children. Because if you plan to have a long life, you also need to invest in time to exercise so that your body can stay up to date because it processes our different cells and organs as they regenerate, that you maintaining optimal health by what you're putting in and what comes out, and also processing the exercise. We as nurses are viewed as a classic role model of great health and a trustworthy individual. Uh, in order to identify childhood risks relation to obesity, a thorough interview must take place in also an assessment within our communities and location for patient residents to find out uh, specific information, knowledge related to the issue of obesity. Uh, there is no approved uh, medication that can be prescribed to a child to lose weight. However, they do have surgeries for bariatric obese patients, for example, a surgical procedure of bariatric surgery, which aims at reducing the size of the stomach and in hope that they're going to reduce the amount of food that is taken in and the frequency of the food taken in. Although this procedure is effective, it also has risks that come along with any kind of surgery. Infection, esophagus dilation, acid reflux disease, and also weight gain later in life. This is Romanelli ET 2020. The prevalence and condition in massive efforts try to eliminate obesity has been growing year after year after year. By the 2016s, 40 million children below 5 years old were obese or overweight. The statistics even get worse as the age gets older from 5 to 19, with more than 30 million children in this bracket were obese. This is CSAR ETAL 2019. It also revealed that statistic threshold. One fact I into this was increase in body weight, consumption of heavy, unhealthy diets, and also, uh, for example, data for a few years, which was relevant, showing 13.4% of young girls and 12.9% of boys, adolescent boys, were obese. Smith et al. 2020. It also showed that the government does have an impact. About 1.3 million billion dollars annually uh, is allocated towards managing obesity and other health-related illnesses. Word ETAL 2020. Therefore, based on these findings, there's been uh, there's need for better preventative solutions as opposed to what we've been doing in the past, which is not working, and we continue having bigger kids, physically big. Uh, the best solution, as I said in the previous assignment and at the beginning of this presentation, is for uh, coming to a reality with every parent, knowing that what they're doing in their household is not working. We need to increase fruits and vegetables, limit poultry and meats and bacon and all this other stuff which is delicious, and pastries, cookies, all of that, but it has a very negative impact on our children, and that's why we are so heavy as a country, because we do not eat enough vegetables and grains and fiber. For example, if we're going to go on run errands for the day, and you have for these children, instead of going to McDonald's, which is or Jack in the Box, Burger King, all these other fast foods which are convenient, they also have negative impact on the children's life. So what we need to do is uh, pre-pack some grains. These are a lot of grains that can be filling and very delicious, which will be you have your cashews, pistachios, figs, plums, all these other stuff. You could pack it up in small Ziploc bags, and that will take away the need for any kind of hunger during the day and any kind of fast food deviation, and also increase in water. There's also laws that have been enforced to make sure that we're labeling the rightful things on the boxes, and what's in there is nutrient dense food, quality over quantity, and also kids being heavy will have a negative impact in their psychological life disturbance, because name calling and bullying, all that stuff has a negative impact. As I look at my reflection, I feel that reflecting is an imperative aspect of management of any project, nursing, business, whatever it is. When you reflect, it brings about strengths, weaknesses, and challenges, opportunities that present along the journey. Uh, a careful analysis of these presentations can be an asset to your future in the line that you work, or closer to what we are doing in class in nursing. Uh, Nursing as a way of giving back, uh, just a simple appreciation from our patients, or a smile from a patient that was in pain and they're no longer in pain. It helps us to lift our spirits and know that what we are doing is something special in our relationship with our patients. I vow to continue learning and continue using evidence-based practice with the new guidelines, not only in child obesity, but other commodities that I deal with, patient illnesses. I will hold on to my knowledge and strategies that I've learned through the RN to BSN program in management of care using informatics, telehealth, uh, technology, and everything that's coming up with new improvements in our techno world. And also making sure that we don't forget the aspect of nursing, which is simple, just holding a patient's hands when they cannot, just having good bedside manner, which is starting to leave from our line of work. It's more of a business based than healthcare. Uh, I have learned a lot to be proud of, uh, and also to continue to ask questions, because you never know it all. And when you think you know it all, that's when you actually go on the wrong path. It's always good in order to achieve positive patient outcomes to be open to learning new things. And also, as technology is a part of us remotely, we can use that platform to increase knowledge base for our patients, to increase in preventative uh, health implementations, and also get the word out there that the best possible solution for any of the diseases we're encountering is making sure that we have clean, lean uh, diet changes and lifestyle modification. Because if we eat every day, we also must work out at least every day 30 minutes, so moderate exercise where our heart rate can go up to above 100, which will bring optimal health and will be a healthier country. Thank you, and have a blessed evening. On my YouTube, I'm still trying to figure out how to stop this. Oh, here we go. End stream.